Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Keisa Putri Alivia, and in this video I want to explain to you guys what is critical race study is, or CRS. CRS is an academic framework that examines how race and racism are embedded in social, legal, and cultural structures. It challenges the idea that racism is just individual bias and instead focus on systemic inequalities. The goal of CRS is to highlight and dismantle racial hierarchies that persist in institutions. Historical background. CRS emerged from the civil rights movement and critical legal studies in the 1970s. While CLS critique power structures in law, it did not fully address race, leading scholars like Derek Bell to develop CRS in the 1980. The file has since expanded beyond law into literature, media, and education. So, the key theories. Key figures in CRS include Derek Bell, who introduced interest to convergence, and Kimberly Crenshaw, who developed intersectionality, and Richard Delgado, who emphasized legal storytelling, and Patricia Williams, who explore race and law through narrative. Their work shaped how we analyze race in different contexts. Core concept in CRS. CRS introduced key ideas such as interest convergence, which argues racial progress happens only when it benefits the dominant group. Intersectionality, which examines overlapping forms of discriminations and social constructions of race, which challenges race as a biological reality, viewing it as shaped by history and culture. Major themes in CRS. CRS highlights systemic racism, which refers to racial discrimination built into institutions like law and education and white privilege, where certain racial groups receive unearned advantages. It also critiques colorblindness, arguing that ignoring race prevents real discussion about inequality. Application in literature, culture, and law. CRS is applied in literature to analyze racial narrative, in media to examine representation, and in law to study racial disparities. Examples include the novel To Kill a Mockingbird, Hollywood Lack of Diversity, laws that disproportionately affect minority communities. Case study of example in CRS include the Black Lives Matter movement, which protests police brutality, affirmative action policies, which aim to increase racial diversity in education and work, and illegal cases like Brown v. Board of Education and Shelby Country v. Uh, so the conclusion is the final slide summarizes the key insight of the presentations. CRS helps us understand that race is not just a matter of personal identity, but a social structure with real consequence. By examining how racism operates in legal, political, and cultural systems, CRS provides valuable tools for advocating for equity and policy changes. To further explore CRS, scholars recommend reading foundational texts such as Faces at the Bottom of the Well by Derek Bell on intersectionality, essential writing by Kimberly Crenshaw, and critical race theory, an introduction by Richard Delgado and Jensen Fensick. These books of deeper insight into the theories and applications of CRS, making them essential readings of those interested in the file. So I think that's all for me. If I made a mistake, I apologize. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.